the Goddess. Again, she said a lot, but we're going to just read some of her words, and I want to have, if we would, you and I dialogue about our thoughts on it, if you will. But again, not just agreeing or disagreeing with her, but just her perspective. So she goes into the early history of African women warriors, if you will. And let me highlight this as well. So if you don't know, the Woman King, you probably know this by now if you've been watching the media, but it's based on the Agoji warriors, if you will, but they're known as the Dahomey era Amazons or whatever. And so she's just making reference to what it was like to be a woman warrior in this comment. She says, imagine all the men of your people fighting in battle and dying so rapidly that the army becomes depleted. Then since the men are dying in masses, you as a woman are called to fight. You are 15, a virgin, stripped of your childhood and womanhood to go die. Women warriors rarely ever succeeded and were killed even quicker. You are not allowed to have sex with anyone but the real king, not allowed to marry, not allowed to do anything natural for a woman, and are instead handed a spear to go sacrifice yourself. You make the best out of it because you are in literal survival mode and, quite frankly, don't have a choice. Centuries and centuries later, in a climate where women that look like you are complaining daily, hourly, and not being protected, and your men are constantly being systemically feminized and portrayed as disposal to their women, a movie is released called Woman King, depicting you as strong and fearless warriors who are able to save everyone because the men failed. Your thoughts, Ms. Dia? I'm sorry, hold on one second. I may have muted you by accident. Give me a second. I think I did. Yep, I did. Sorry. All right, go ahead, Queen.
That's okay. Can you hear me now?
Yep, that was my bad. Yep, go ahead.
Okay. That's okay. It's so much, and it is. I mean, I do say it's not about agreeing, or like I do agree with a lot of what she's saying, and it's just a lot, It's a lot because on one hand we do want to show the image and images of us, being strong in the physical, because there are some women that are strong in the physical and some that would make great warriors and some that have made great warriors. So we want that story told. Do I think that it's a little bit of BS involved in it? Yes, I do. Because in so many ways right now, as Black women, we need a break. So it's both of them. Like
check it out. Let me throw this out.
We want to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me throw this out. See, so I hear you say we need a break, right? Mm-hmm. That really resonates for me. And in needing a break, similar to Miss Six the Goddess saying, and here comes along, centuries and centuries
mm-hmm.
later, a movie that's going to create a narrative that's going to do anything but that possibly could. I haven't seen the movie, but it possibly could do anything but lead to the break that you need. And again, I'm talking about this. To me, this is the deeper dialogue. It's not about the movie itself, but the timing of it. The timing of it, and we're going to read more of her thoughts, but it falls in line with when Frank says this is by design. Frank says you're absolutely all of these things as you're pointing out. You are the kaleidoscope, but if your imagery and your narrative is unbalanced, that's worthy of dialogue than simply, in my opinion, mindlessly lining up to go see the movie. I'm not saying to go or not see it. I'm just talking about going without the awareness is even more problematic, and to me is why it's worth today's dialogue. Your thoughts, Queen?